I got to meet him and interview him and hang out with him a few times in Atlanta back in that time. So I definitely saw some of that firsthand, and it was amazing to see. So
did you write that story? Did you write that story on us in Atlanta on me and Doc?
Nah.
Okay, whoever that was, Doc was mad as fuck for a minute.
Nah. There's very few things people haven't liked that I wrote.
Yeah,
but
he was pissed.
That was not one of them. No, I didn't write that. Nah. But the thing with Breed, and to your point of him helping people, I just always remember how cool he was. He was just like a super cool dude. Like,
yes,
very
always happy, always happy.
Yeah. So
we were working on an album when he died.
Okay.
I still got some unreleased songs. His wife told me I can release them whenever I want.
Gotcha. So then,
eerily, one of them's called "I'm Back."
Wow.
I might have to drop that one and fuck some people up.
Yeah. Well, interesting. But on Flatline, there's Gorilla Pimpin'. On Deuce, there's Psychic Gorilla Pimpin'. Why is that such a theme? I noticed a theme here. What's going on?
Okay, so say that one more time. Let me make sure I understood what you said. On
Flatline, there's Gorilla Pimpin' by MC Breed. When you get to Deuce, it's Psychic Gorilla Pimpin'. I said,
but also the same Gorilla Pimpin'. Did you recognize that?
Yes.
Like 6'2" is saying the same lyrics Breed said, and Dre is saying the same hook that Doc said. We did that like that because we felt like Gorilla Pimpin' was a potential hit, and D.O.C. wrote that for Breed. So when we got the deal at Aftermath to do an album for 6'2", Doc presented that 6'2" didn't really want to do it, but Doc asked him to do it, so he did it. And then we asked Dre to do the hook to replace Doc. We just felt like it was a song that didn't get the it's just due the first time around because Ichiban didn't really work it the way it should have been worked. And turns out that it still didn't get the light that it should have, even though it was a newer version with with Dre on it, because Dre didn't put it out. Doc ended up taking it and putting it out, and it did what it did. But I feel like if Dre had to put it out on Aftermath, it would have done what it was supposed to do.
Well, at least I noticed. There you go.
Yeah.
Because overall, the entire Deuce album I thought was great, and especially 6'2". I did an article on 6'2" for XXL, and I talked to D.O.C. for it because I thought 6'2" still. I mean, I just thought he was phenomenal, and he shined throughout the Deuce LP. So, going in Helter Skelter and then doing Deuce, how had you seen D.O.C.'s evolution from first project coming out as an artist after his accident and then doing lots of other stuff, and then by the time we get to Deuce, that's like almost, that's a long time later. He's done a lot of stuff. He's had success. He's back in the game. Like, how was his vibe different?
His vibe was the same first of all, D.O.C. hasn't changed up much over all these years. He's still the same guy, just a little bit more sober. But the difference between Helter Skelter and Deuce was I saw another side that I had let my guard down because, I had to fight to keep my artist the first time we got out there, my female artist. When you did that interview on 6'2" and when they went on Rap City, The Basement, all that, there were lies being told that D.O.C. discovered this guy in my studio, but that wasn't the truth. I discovered 6'2". I groomed 6'2" for 3 years. What you hear is a product of my coaching with 6'2". And by the time y'all did those interviews, they shouldn't even been doing interviews without me. Every song 6'2" was on, damn near on Deuce, I produced because those records were done for Aftermath. The only ones that didn't get done during our Aftermath time was the stuff Jazzy Faye did. But me letting grown men be grown men, I'm like, this is how y'all want to play it. I'm gonna be here forever. I promise you, Erotic-D gonna be in this game forever. You doing this kind of shit you're doing, and you're just a rapper, not gonna be here too long, bro. He said, why you mad at me? Because I want to eat. I'm like, why you mad at me? Because I want to eat at the table I helped you set. You know what I mean? So needless to say, 6'2" and I aren't in contact anymore because I just let him go and go and go, you know, with this narrative, you know, that it was a him and D.O.C. and Dre thing, which it wasn't. I got the contract still in my possession that says 6'2" is a loan out artist from E-World Entertainment to Aftermath. 6'2" wasn't an official Aftermath artist, but what he did is went and got out of my contract, signed a new contract with D.O.C. that left out the Aftermath contract, and that made it where D.O.C. could do whatever he wanted. So when D.O.C. got mad at Dre, he took that album, put it out as Deuce. 6'2's nickname is Deuce. So I don't know if that had anything to do with the titling or whatever. By the time Deuce was being mixed, which is another reason I think it didn't come out sonically sounding like it should have, I wasn't involved in the mixing or the mastering. Helter Skelter, I was involved in the mixing and the mastering all the way to the end, but me and D.O.C. had stopped seeing eye to eye for a little while during the making of Deuce. And that's why he went on the Up in Smoke tour without me, all of that. And I didn't care about any of that because at the end of the day, I still get paid all of my money for the records, the royalties, and the publishing. They are splitting their money. I don't have to split mine. So I don't really be tripping off that. And me and D.O.C. are like brothers. That's just brother shit to me. My brother did some shit I wasn't cool with. For a minute, we didn't talk, and now we back good. But with all that being said, that was the thing that was different about Deuce versus Helter Skelter. Helter Skelter, I was in total control of everything that went on. And then when Deuce came about, D.O.C. started recognizing his power a little bit with the labels. So he took a little bit more of a controlling role, whereas some things he used to let other people control, which those people allowed me space to do my job. And this time, in Deuce, that didn't happen.
Well, there it is. All right. Well, Erotic-D, Everyday Tony, we appreciate you coming through to Unique Access. Hopefully, we'll be able to get you guys to come through for part 2. We got a lot to go through still, of course.
Yes.
But yeah, I appreciate you guys both. Thank you very much.
Man, we appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Be sure to check out The History of Gangster Rap by Soren Baker. He's official.
History of Gangster Rap features exclusive interviews with Ice-T, Snoop Dogg, MC Ren, the D.O.C, and dozens of others. The History of Gangster Rap, a definitive look at how Los Angeles changed rap forever.
In Los Angeles, the streets definitely set the tone of the hip-hop music.
At 19, I got a $50,000 car.
My whole angle always was, I'll be street, but I will always tell you the horrors that go along with this life.
There will be penalties and casualties for just wearing the wrong color in somebody's neighborhood.
And once gangster rap made it from the streets to the TV, the genre exploded.
With Fab 5 on Yo MTV Raps with NWA.
Yo MTV, it just catapulted us from being local heroes to national gangbang rappers.
The History of Gangster Rap discusses it all from 1980 up till today.
It's always gonna be shit happening in the streets. You know what I mean? So it's always gonna be something to talk about.
The History of Gangster Rap in stores now.